Alright there guys, so in this video we're going to be covering two articles. One by James Pearce, who, to be fair, I've no idea why the guy works at The Athletic when you've got David Ornstein, who's got all the scoops for Liverpool, and you're supposed to be a Liverpool correspondent, but you don't seem to be breaking any exclusive news. That's not a pop at James Pearce, it's just, it doesn't make sense. And then the other one is from Steele. That one will be at the end, so make sure you stick around for that one. To be transparent with you, I have read this article already. I have highlighted the bits in it I want to talk about, and it makes for damning reading, guys. Like, it's so deflating. It's the same thing year in, year out. Liverpool have got no money, blah, 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 blah. We hear it all the time, and it's becoming boring and pathetic and predictable. I understand Liverpool have to be in, like, a sustainability mode, right? I get it completely and utterly, right? It's just how we've always done it. But we put 100 million in for Caicedo, and I don't go by the bollocks that everyone kind of thinks that, well, not everyone, but some people think that, oh, we put that bid in so Chelsea would pay more money. No, like, Liverpool had the money, and that's why they put it in for him, right? But ever since that bid's happened, it's just like, poof, gone. Like, that. We've never seen that money ever again, right? Yeah. Do you know? Anyway, it's just, obviously we're going to probably end up winning this league, right? And I was thinking, we're going to strengthen from a big position. We're going to get some players in to help us kick on, blah, de, blah, de, blah. We've obviously seen that the squad's not deep enough to challenge on all four fronts right now because they've got tired. And it just feels like it's not going to happen again, guys. And I'll be honest with you, like, I can see City going out next summer. Well, this summer, sorry, this transfer window coming up. If they don't get charged or anything with these 115, I can see them going out this summer, guys, and spending an absolute fortune. And they'll be back next year. 100% they'll be back next year, guys. So, yeah, we'll have to just wait and see what happens, won't we? Anyway, if you end up liking this video, guys, make sure you're hitting that like button and subscribing to the channel, and let me know down below in the comments what you think. So let's get into it, shall we? I can't show you it, guys, because it is behind a paywall. I have highlighted the bits I want to talk about. It is titled, Liverpool still have the biggest prize in their sights, but are already planning for the summer. So the first bit I've highlighted. Change was inevitable in the upcoming window, regardless of what glory was secured. Hughes and Slot agreed last summer that it made sense to stick with what they had inherited from the Klopp era. They saw room for growth and development, and their belief has been proved right. This isn't the first time we've heard this, like, we've heard this a fair few times now. However, some stellar reinforcements will be required as Hughes and Slot seek to put their stamp on the squad. The goalkeeping department is one of the few areas that shouldn't need addressing. Alisson has said he intends to stay put. Let's see. Big offer comes in for him, guys. I can see him going. Mamadashvili arriving from Valencia for an initial fee of 25 to provide competition, and Kelleher, who only has the 1 year left in his contract, is likely to be moved on to become a number one elsewhere. If Trent joins Real Madrid on a 3, there will be a huge creative void to fill. Conor Bradley is an accomplished deputy, but the 21-year-old's injury issues are a concern, and another right-back would need to be signed. Strengthening at left-back is also on the agenda. Milos Kerez, 21, is highly regarded, but Bournemouth would want around 3 times the 15.5 million they paid for him. And Ajax's Joel Hatto, 19, is another option. Just going back to the right-back thing, that may be why we've kind of seen these Frimpong things pop up over the past couple of days. Like, he has got a release clause of about £40 million. If he's supposed to be used as the same way, well, let me take that back a bit. The way I've seen him used by Alonso is not the same way that we use Trent. He's halfway down, past Salah, crossing the balls in the box, right? Now, could he play on the inside like Trent does? Potentially. But for me, he's not the right back I'd be looking for, guys. He's just not. If he comes in, I'll support him, obviously, but he's not the right back I'd be looking for. I need to do a bit of research on that and see which right back I would actually be looking at, in all fairness. At centre half, so much hinges on whether Van Dijk pens an extension, despite the long-standing optimism that the skipper will stay put. He is adamant that his future remains up in the air as talks continue. Then there his defensive partner Canate, approaching the final year of his contract with no sign of a breakthrough in negotiations, and Gomez, who came close to leaving last summer, recovering from surgery on his hamstring. You could make an argument that Liverpool need another centre-back even if Van Dijk commits beyond his birthday in July. 100%. You need to start looking at a backup for him anyway. The midfield is pretty settled with I said Van Dijk. Gravenberch, Szoboszlai, McAllister and Jones have their best years ahead of them. Gravenberch has been sensational in the deeper six role, but in recent months his levels have dipped, underlining the need to ease the burden on him. Well, we all know that. Endo has been useful in closing out big matches off the bench, but 5 of his 6 starts this season have come in the domestic cups, with the other against PSV. At 32, Endo it's hard to see him becoming more influential under Slot. His lack of game time is a topic of debate in Japan, with some pundits believing the national team captain should move on before the World Cup in 2026. Elliott's talent is undeniable, but the 21-year-old has only played 121 minutes of league football all season. If Slot isn't going to turn to him or Endo more often, Liverpool need another option who is trusted to step up more regularly. So that's Endo and Elliott, questionable moving on this summer. The makeup of Liverpool's attack beyond this summer is shrouded in uncertainty. The weight continues, obviously, over Mo Salah, and trying to replace him is going to be expensive, at worst, impossible. Buying the number 9 looks increasingly necessary, given the struggles of Núñez, 1 goal in his last 13 games, and Jota, no goals in 10. Renewed interest from Saudi in Núñez could suit Liverpool, given it would provide a big windfall that could be reinvested. So again, they're looking at trying to get money in, to fund what they want to do. Speculation over Diaz's future continues, but it shouldn't be forgotten how good he has been for large parts of the season, and the same goes for Gakpo. Chiesa produced a lively goal-scoring cameo at Wembley, but has only played 25 minutes of league football this season. He either has to be given more opportunities or be replaced. I agree with that. If Van Dijk and Salah, this is one of the key bits here, if Van Dijk and Salah sign extensions, less business will need to be conducted this summer, but those contracts would still put a huge dent in the funds available for transfers. So basically, guys, that for me, that one little paragraph there for me is basically setting up, teasing well, if you want transfers, guys, Van Dijk and Salah are going to have to move on, because if we sign these two to contracts, we're not going to have the money to get the players in that you want. And I don't know, that I'm taking it that way. I'm taking it as in, could that be an ultimatum that's being put to Slot? Like, if you want Van Dijk and Salah, that's fine, but you won't have as much money to play with to bring players in. Like, I don't know. I'm just putting it out there, guys. As the rumour mill continues to crank up, there needs to be a dose of reality, guys. Liverpool's recently posted a 57 pre-loss tax for last season and had the second biggest wage bill in the Premier League. The financial landscape looks considerably better, courtesy of a lucrative return to the Champions League, and commercial revenues continuing to climb. There's the new kit deal with Adidas and a money-spinning pre-season tour to the Far East on the horizon. See, it's all about money, guys. However, FSG's self-sustaining business model won't change. It's down to Edwards and Hughes to decide how best to spend the money the club generates. Liverpool's data-led approach is more likely to lead them to players on the way up with a point to prove, rather than buying the finished article with eye-watering price tags. So that last bit there again for me, guys, you can rule out Isaac, maybe Julian Alvarez, rule them out. I know many people are talking about the Brighton midfielder, Balba, is that his name? Probably rule him out. You're probably looking at players like Sesko, Gyökeres, striker-wise, maybe. There's that other one, is it Hugo Ekitike? Maybe him. Jonathan David on a free transfer. I'm going to keep pushing that one, guys. Like, I want him anyway, but that's another option as well there. I don't know, guys. Like, I feel like this is just fucking stupid. I really do. Like, we seem to be like the poorest, most successful club in the world. Like, we always just seem to be like struggling. And I know people like to throw it as like, oh, well, you went and bought Van Dijk and you went and bought Allison. Well, yeah, off the back of selling Coutinho, we did, yeah. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think about that article down below. When I read that today, it kind of sucked a bit of the joy of the season out, and I was dreading the summer. I really started dreading the summer, guys. But yeah, let me know what you think about it. Now, just a few little tidbits off the Lewis Steele article. He basically has said some of the same stuff about Diaz to Barcelona, Nunez in Saudi Arabia. Let me have a look at the next one where I've highlighted Jota's injury records becoming a concern. Chiesa having a frustrating campaign. We just read that. Isaac is the name that will not go away, but the price tag will be eye-watering. There's that again, eye-watering. You know, Barcelona apparently interested in him. Mateus Cunha, I forgot about him. He could be one that could be bought this summer. He's got a transfer release clause of 62 million. Scored 15 goals in a relatively weak team this year. Brighton, João Pedro. His name's been floated around as well, guys. So yeah, let me know down below, guys, what you think about both of these articles. Let me know about the players that I've just mentioned as well also. And I'll catch you in the next one.